You can understand, I can understand a crime of passion, okay? One-time killer. We cannot, as a society, trust these people ever again into a free world. It just can't be done.
Then you do not condemn nor condone their religious experience. You say it doesn't open the door to jail.
Well, that's between them and their God. It does not open the doors. I mean, what deterrence do we have if we decide we're going to turn, if you turn loose the Manson family, let's turn loose Randy Kraft. He just got the death penalty, but so did they. So what? Ramirez, okay? Henry Lou Lucas, who murdered his mother 8 years after. He claims 375 lives after he was released, okay? You have to open the door to all of them. So is that what we're going to do because they have had a religious experience? No. They can have a religious experience in the prison. They have lots of people over there they can convert.
I have showed you a letter that I received from San Luis Obispo Church.
Yes.
They are opposing the release of this video. They refuse to help us do interviews with either Tex, who they know, his wife Christine, or anyone else in that regard, and they said you have no right to judge him or to do this video because as a Christian you can't judge him, so you can't talk about him. Is that fair for them to say that? What do you think about that?
We have a system in this country, and they are judged by a 12-man peers, okay? They have gone through this system. I don't have to judge them, even though it's my daughter, and who has a better right to judge them than Sharon's parents, you know? What are these people trying to do?
Get out of jail.
For what reason? I mean, if they want him out of jail, again, do they want the others? They want the Ramirez's, the Randy Kraft? But they're one and the same. They're one and the same people. So if you're going to turn loose any of them, turn loose all of them.
What do you think about conjugal visits? And I ask you because during the trial, you may not know this, but while sequestered at the Ambassador Hotel, the jury were allowed to have weekend conjugal visits, but guess what? Their mates had to pay the difference in the hotel bill. The court didn't pay that. We now have conjugal visits, and Tex Watson is the father of 3.
And the state is paying for their conjugal visits. Okay. I mean, they're supplying the room, all right?
Do you oppose that?
I oppose it for one reason.
Just him?
No. Now remember, Bill, I am on the advisory committee of the Department of Corrections to the director. I oppose this for the children that comes out of these conjugal visits. As you know, and I know, okay, we're going to say, as little children will say to little children, where's your dad? Or, what does your dad do? Mine's an engineer at TRW. Or like I can't say that, I'm sorry.
What does Tex Watson say?
What is his children going to say? Oh, my father's in prison for murdering 9 people? What does this do to the mind of the child? How dare they bring an innocent child into this world with that sort of background?
Are you fearful that there may be genes there in heredity?
All right. There is such a thing as known as episodic aggression.
You believe in that?
I'm not sure that I do or I don't, okay?
But it's possible.
But it's very possible. If this is possible, and episodic aggression is real, these little children could have these genes. Or if episodic is brain damage, they will not. But the damage, they will not have this aggressive personality. But they are still subjected to their father in prison murdering 9 people.
When you brought this up to me, you said, if he wants to have sex, let him make a choice.
Absolutely.
Get fixed or do without.
That's
right.
You
still believe that?
Absolutely.
For prisoners of that kind of crime?
Of a violent, if they are in prison for life with special circumstances, okay, then they should not have conjugal visits unless, and it's their choice, Bill. It's their choice. If they want to have conjugal visits, then be prepared for a vasectomy. And what you have to remember also is males can be fixed. Okay?
I like the way you say
no,
that.
I'm sorry. Males can be repaired. Repaired is the word. Okay?
You want Tex Watson repaired?
No, I don't. I want him fixed. You know, I want him fixed.
What do you feel about his wife? Here's a woman who started corresponding with him, who now has married him and has mothered 3 children. Who knows? Maybe another one's on the way soon. What do you feel about her?
Okay.
Would you ever sit down and talk with her?
Sure. I do many inmates, you know. But I would have to put her in the same category as her husband. Why? I have heard them say, them being Manson and Susan Atkins, had there been no Tex Watson,
Yes.
Charles Manson,
Right.
I would not have committed these murders. They don't have the guts to stand up and say, yeah, I did it. They've got to blame it on Manson. So putting her in the same category, or the mindset of these two, seems right to me. They could be convinced of most anything. Where is that individuality?
You oppose them at parole hearings, specifically Susan Atkins and Tex Watson.
Right.
You do not go to Manson's parole hearings because you really don't fear that he's going to get out.
I would like to. I would like to go to his parole hearing. They don't feel they need me there, okay? So, but I would like to go see this little guy, okay? Hopping around on the tables like he does, you know? I mean, you have seen him, Bill, on the...
A lot of TV shows.
Yeah, Geraldo's show,
Yeah.
that big one. And, you know, I mean, what does he do? What does he act like this? He is an adult, grown, 56-year-old man. I mean, how would you like to think about yourself jumping on the tables trying to have a conversation with me? Is that not stupid?